Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Blanco the Islam, and it's time for your what to buy and what to avoid in GTA Online this week. Now, normally I do these every single Friday. Of course, we are running a little bit late this week, so I do apologize for that. But if you are new here, of course, welcome. Hit that like and subscribe button. It only takes 1 second of your time, and I do make consistent GTA content on this channel. Now, if you've already been down with the channel, welcome back, and let's get into the video. Now, first up, let's talk about how you can make some pretty good money this week, and that is going to be with the newly added Martin Madrazo bounties. Now, you do need to own a bottom dollar bounties business in order to run these, and they will pay you anywhere from 40 to 60,000 on double money. And of course, you can run them on hard difficulty, so you can make even a little bit more money. But this is pretty much what the missions look like. This is one of them here where you're breaking into the, police station to assassinate the target. Honestly, these missions are very straightforward and very fun. I don't think we really need to go over a guide on how to do them. Like I said, they're very straightforward, and I definitely suggest you guys go and run them with a friend. They're even solo. They're very easy and definitely a quick way to make money, especially for beginner players, or if you just picked up a bottom dollar bounty business and you're trying to make back on your investment. This is a good way to make some money on top of the bounties provided by the business itself. So I would definitely go ahead and get these done. Like I said, they just added these in the most recent weekly update, and they are pretty fun and pay pretty well. So definitely get your hands on some of these Martin Madrazo bounties. And speaking of getting your hands on things, we do have a new vehicle that you might want to get your hands on. It is the Canis Castigator. This is, of course, the new drip feed vehicle added with the bottom dollar bounties DLC. Now, although a little bit disappointing because, of course, everybody wanted a Trackhawk. I think that was the most well-known thing. Everyone wanted a new, updated Canis vehicle that was based off the Trackhawk with maybe an HSW upgrade, and instead they gave us this like mini, Jeep. It's like a mini Trackhawk, man. It's like a coupe. A little bit disappointing overall, but honestly, once I bought the car and customized it and test drove it, it's actually really fast. It handles really well and actually has some pretty good customization. So although we did not get the Trackhawk, the new vehicle is actually pretty dope, and it's not that expensive. It's under $2 million, which is pretty surprising, being that, lately all the new vehicles that Rockstar has been adding have been really expensive. But we do have some sales on some pretty good cars this week, like the Overflod Tyrant. Now, a lot of people hate this car because of the downforce issues and the lack of customization, but I did purchase it while it has been on sale this week, and personally, I actually kind of like the car, even though it doesn't have the best customization or the best, downforce and stuff like that. It actually performs pretty well, and I think people over-exaggerate a little bit how bad this car is, and I would personally suggest picking it up. I think it's one of the better looking vehicles in the game. The only downside for it, for me, is the fact that it's like huge. It's like 3 times the size what it should be, but overall it's a pretty good car. We also have another vehicle on sale this week that I do suggest picking up, and that of course is gonna be this Bugatti right here, man. The True Fade Nero. It does have a wide body conversion kit at Benny's, and it is 30% off, just like the Tyrant. Both of them are 30% off, and I would suggest getting the True Fade Nero because it does have a lot of customization. Of course, being a Benny's vehicle, you can get those really cool Benny's rims on it and stuff like that, and the performance is actually surprisingly good on this car. I don't think it's as good as some of the other True Fade vehicles in the game, but it's definitely up there, man. The car is definitely solid, and I would definitely suggest picking it up. Like you see I did here, threw that in the Eclipse Boulevard garage, and we're good to go. Now, next up on sale this week is the high-end apartments. Now, these apartments will of course grant you access to the initial heists that were added into the game. I think there's 4 or 5 of them, and those heists aren't the greatest paying, but they are pretty fun, especially if you have some friends to run them with. They definitely give you a feeling of nostalgia. So if you haven't completed those 4 initial heists, I definitely suggest all players, trying them out and getting them done. And if you don't, for whatever reason, have a high-end apartment yet at this point in the game, now's definitely the time to get one, especially if you're a new player looking to get your first apartment. You could definitely go ahead and buy one this week, as they're all 30% off. So that's a pretty good sale right there, and I would definitely suggest picking one up if you don't have one yet. Now, moving on down to the casino this week, your prize ride is going to be the Hukachi Drag, however you pronounce it. All you need to know is it's the best motorcycle in the game, especially if you are on next-gen consoles. It does have an HSW upgrade, and it makes doing the HSW time trials every week a breeze, man. It's easily the best vehicle to use for the HSW time trials. Without the HSW upgrade, it still is decent. I already do own this vehicle, but we are going to spin the wheel anyway, live, like we usually do every single episode, every single week, and let's see what we get, man. We got the car a few times here on the channel, It doesn't look like we're going to get it. We just missed it. We're getting clothing, man. Clothing is the worst thing you can get. I feel like I either get the car or the clothing. It feels like there's no in between. But unfortunately, we did not get the car. But definitely come by every single day this week and try to get the Hikachu Drag. Like I said, it is probably the best motorcycle in the game. Even without the HSW upgrade, it's not like as good, but it's still really good even without it. But of course, if you have HSW available, it's pretty much a must-own bike. So definitely go to the casino and try to get that done. Moving on to the LS Car Meet, your LS Car Meet prize ride isn't nothing too special, to be honest. I'm probably not going to waste time with it. Doesn't really look cool or catch my eye whatsoever, so I'm probably just going to disregard that this week. Your HSW test track vehicle is going to be the Corinne S95. This is one of the faster HSW vehicles in the game and does actually perform pretty well and have pretty decent customization, but you don't need to buy it here. It's going to be more expensive because it already comes with the customization. You might as well just buy it off of your phone, as it is not a removed vehicle. So you might as well save some money and buy it off your phone if you are interested in buying that car, but it's not on sale. But these cars here are on sale, 30% off. We have the Vapid Bullet, the Pfister 811, and the Coil Raiden. Now, of course, the Vapid Bullet is based off of the old Ford GT. The Pfister 811 is based off of Porsche 911, and the Coil Raiden is based off of a Tesla. Now, these three vehicles, as I said, are 30% off, and honestly, I could suggest all three of them, but personally, I'm probably only going to be picking up the Pfister 811 and the Coil Raiden, even though I already own both of them. You know, sometimes it's dope to have different colorways and more copies of a car. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So out of these three vehicles, honestly, I can suggest all three of them, but I would really suggest the Pfister 811 and the Coil Raiden, especially at 30% off. It's a pretty good deal, and you really can't go wrong with either one of them. Now, moving on over to Simeon's, there are some removed vehicles here, including this Gavadaler Baller, and then, of course, the Obey 9F Cabrio, and the Canis Castigator. Now, it feels like the Canis Castigator has been in Simeon's for like 4 weeks straight. I don't know why they have like an obsession lately with this car. And last week, we had the regular Obey 9F. Now we have the Cabrio version, which, of course, is a drop top. And honestly, out of all the vehicles at Simeon's, the only ones I really can suggest are the Obey 9F Cabrio, and, of course, that Baller based off of a Range Rover, and it does come with a red interior, which is pretty cool. Now, the Canis Castigator is also a pretty cool car, and of course this older looking Corvette, and you know, they are on sale, 30% off. But out of all these cars, I would really only suggest the Obey 9F Cabrio, maybe that classic looking Vet if you really want like a retro looking car. But honestly, the gem of Simeon's this week is the Obey 9F Cabrio, in my opinion, and of course this Range Rover right here with the red interior. Very nice looking cars, and out of all of them, I would suggest getting these two. Now, let's move on to the salvage yard. Your robberies this week are going to be the Vapid Click, the Vapid Dominator ASP, and the Ocelot Virtue. Now, unfortunately, none of these vehicles are claimable, so we cannot claim none of these. And, you know, I'm assuming next week is going to be a claimable vehicle. It seems like Rockstar does one every 3 or 4 weeks, and I think the last one we had was 2 weeks ago. So expect the claimable vehicles soon in the coming weeks, hopefully, if they continue the same routine that they've been doing so far. But this week, none of these vehicles are claimable. Next up are your locations for your time trials this week. So your regular time trial will be located down here all the way south in Los Santos. Now, of course, these do pay $100,000, and they are available every single week. So I usually suggest getting these done in every single one of these videos, as it is an easy way to make money. And then, of course, the HSW time trial will be located a little more up north in Blaine County for those who have it available, and it will pay you $250,000, which again, I do suggest doing these every single week. Now, some notable weapons available in the gun van this week on sale for 30% off are going to be the Carbine Service Rifle and the Assault SMG. Both are really good weapons, and I would suggest getting them if you are looking to have a new, primary gun that's actually really good. Like I said, they are 30% off, and I do suggest grabbing both. Now, I would like to hear your guys' opinions down below. Let me know if you are going to be buying a bail enforcement agency to be able to run those Martin Madrazo missions, or if you already own one and you plan on running them. Let me know if you think the money is good. Of course, this is a new addition to the game, so I'd like to hear your guys' feedback on what you think about the Martin Madrazo hit missions or bounty missions, whatever you want to call them. And let me know if you think it's worth it. Personally, I think it's a pretty good addition to the game. It's not crazy money, but, it's fun, man. And lately, it seems like they've been prioritizing having fun over making money. we already have a ton of things that make us a ton of money. We really don't need like $1 million money making methods. We already have a ton of them, in my personal opinion. But I would like to know what you guys think down below. Also, let me know what vehicles you plan on picking up this week. Of course, we have a few really good ones on sale. And again, man, take 1 second of your time to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel grow tremendously, and also with how the video performs in the YouTube algorithm. And I do make consistent GTA content on this channel, so why would you not want to subscribe, man? But anyway, until the next video, peace out, boys.